Why do we feel like frauds, even when everything around us says we are not? A lot of us carry that feeling. You do something well, and some part of you still doesn't believe it counts. And Stark from Freerun might be the clearest example of this I have ever seen in an anime show. He still thinks he's a coward despite everything he's actually capable of. So in this video, I want to get into why that keeps happening to him, where that feeling actually comes from, and what I think we can genuinely learn from the way he keeps moving forward anyway. Here is why that keeps happening to him. A few years back, Stark showed up in a small village that wasn't his own right after leaving his training. The villagers there think he single-handedly scared off a dragon. That's not quite what happened. The real plan for him was just to distract it for 30 seconds while Freerun and Fern attacked from a distance. He walked out of that situation with hands shaking, as always. Then he killed it, alone actually, before they even got their shot lined up. And here is the detail that actually matters more than the fight itself. His raw strength has already passed his own teachers. He is stronger than the man who trained him. He just doesn't feel it. Okay, so that's one dragon, and one moment where the fear was there and he pushed through it anyway. And I found myself wondering, is that just what happens once under pressure, or does it actually happen again, somewhere further back before any of this even started? Here is where that feeling actually comes from. It goes back to Aizen, the man who trained him. Turns out Aizen's hands shake too. Same tremor in every big fight in his whole life. Freerun once asked him if he was scared, and he admitted it straight away. Said the fear was what carried him through every battle he ever fought. So the shaking isn't weakness. Aizen taught Stark that much on purpose. But here is the part I don't think he meant to teach. During training, Stark's strength caught Aizen off guard in a sparring match, and Aizen hit him on instinct. Then he couldn't bring himself to apologize, and so Stark ran. Aizen taught him how to carry fear into a fight, but he never taught him how to carry a mistake. And honestly, I don't think that's unique to Aizen. Most of us get that from somewhere. A parent, a teacher, someone who passed down something useful and something they never fixed in themselves at the same time. There is another piece to this too. Back in Stark's actual home village, a demon attacked when he was a kid. Warriors defended the town, including his own older brother, but Stark ran. He thought about the legendary hero Himmel and told himself Himmel would never have run, and so his family stopped celebrating his birthday after that. Alright, so now I'm comparing him to Himmel too, same as he compares himself, but is that actually fair, or am I just measuring him against someone running a completely different race? Here is what I think we can actually learn from this. Himmel became a hero doing things Stark never had the chance to do, in a completely different story. I don't think that comparison was ever winnable, kind of like judging yourself against someone else's highlight reel without ever seeing what it took to get there. So strip away the dragon, the sparring match, the birthday nobody celebrated. What's actually left? Stark has proof, real proof. He killed the dragon alone. He outstrengthened his own teacher. And it still didn't matter because the story he believes about himself was never built from evidence in the first place. It got written by a kid standing in a burning village deciding what kind of person runs. One dragon fight doesn't just undo that. Honestly, I think that's the actual definition of feeling like a fraud. It's an old story, still running underneath everything, whether the evidence agrees with it or not. His hands are still shaking in the last fight we see him in. He never stops being afraid, he just keeps walking forward anyway. Maybe that's the actual takeaway here. Not the fear disappearing, just the fear not getting the final vote anymore. So Stark never stopped shaking, he just never let that be the reason he stayed still. Now I want to know what you thought about Stark and these scenes. Do you agree with me? Did you see something I missed and didn't mention here? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.